Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This is going to be the start of a new series, body recomposition for cycling. Now, I need to make changes in my health. I've not been able to enjoy the mountains of this gorgeous place, so I need to make changes. My knees have been an issue, my quads have been an issue, so I need to make some serious health changes. As you can probably work out as well, I'm not the slimmest person in the world, so that's an issue. I could do a cut, lose the weight, but then I'm really risking losing the muscle, and well, I don't have much of that. So I'm going to do something called a body recomposition. Now, simple premise for that is lose fat, which I have a lot of at the moment, and gain muscle, which I don't have a lot of at the moment. And with that, I'll get stronger, I'll bulletproof my knees, I'll hopefully be sleeping better, and just be a lot stronger for later in life as well. A bit like Dan Lloyd's Road to Fitness. I guess you could say this is it for me as well. I would also love to enjoy the area of Borg. We've got Alpe d'Huez behind me. So, how am I going to do it? So here we have the body recomposition goals for the next 12 to 16 weeks, so the next 3 to 4 months, which will take me through to the new year, which is a good time. If I need to extend that to hit my goal, I'll extend that. Before we get into the detail, I will look to test myself when we get home and test my weight, my body fat, my muscle. Also do some form of skin fold measurements or some circumference, just to enhance the checks and testing alongside some cycling specific goals and the training in the gym as well. So the first one is to lose body fat. Now, this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to aim for a maintenance calorie intake. Again, I'll work that out when I know the full measurements. Increase my protein intake. Now, I've already started to do this. Aim for that sort of 120 grams, 125 grams, which is about 1.4 grams per kilo body weight. Before I got here, I weighed 89 kilos, so that's what that number's from. Fat-wise, so that's the micro, is about 20% of my calorie intake. Carbohydrates, I cannot remember, and I can't believe I haven't put that in. How am I going to do it? I'm going to limit my processed foods, so that's a given. Processed foods have so much crap in them. I'm going to track my food, so I'm going to monitor what I am putting into my system every day. Meal prepping, I'm going to meal prep all my meat or my fish for the week, and then daily weight checks, at least for the first month, just to see what is working, what might not be working, and I can make changes on the fly as I go. Second one here is to gain muscle. This is a big one for the body recomposition. As I've said in the earlier on, I haven't got a lot, and this is the reason why I'm doing a body recomp rather than a general cut of calories. It's going to be through progressive overload with appropriate effort and proper technique. I'm going to aim for 5 to 6 reps, per set, and I'm going to aim for 10 to 20 sets per week per body part. Now, that's probably more for later on in the 12 to 16 weeks. Early on, I'll be aiming for 10 per week, especially in my arms, as I don't really train my arms at the moment. In my legs, I could probably manage a bit more. Strength is everything. I'm not just doing this to build better legs for the bike. I want a all-round package. Hence the not just legs. I'll be training a bit of everything. And anyway, that is not only good for general life, looking after my nieces and nephews, throwing them around. It's also the first goal of my spring is the cobbles. So for that, you need a good upper body. You look at Mathieu van der Poel, he's got a well-rounded physique. And again, with the checks and the testing, I'm going to check my muscle circumference roughly every couple of weeks, just to see if there's any benefit. That might be from losing the fat first and then gaining the muscle later on, but we'll just see how it goes. Big part of it, my weight training, is going to be the squats. So for that, I need to improve my ankle, knee and hip mobility. I've said it before and I'll say it again, I've not got great knees and not got great ankles. My hips are hit and miss, so I need to work on that. That is going to be a big part of being able to get a full range of motion, whether it's on squats, deadlifts, single leg squats, or whatever I do. That's going to improve my cycling as well. Sleep, I'm going to aim for at least 7 hours a night, I hope. Maybe more, hopefully. At the moment, it's currently not a lot, probably 5 to 6 when I'm at work. Obviously, during the summer holidays where we are now, it's a little bit better. So we'll see how that goes when we get back into work and when we get back into doing this. Supplements, now, take all of these here with a grain of salt. For example, like moringa powder. I'm going to take a deep dive into each of these and see if they're actually going to be of any use, basically. Sleep is a big one, so I'm going to look at some sleep supplements to get to sleep quicker, or to get a bit of deeper sleep to get that muscle recovery and muscle growth. Testosterone and muscle growth is going to be a big part of this the rest of the year. So I don't know whether I do have low testosterone or not. Most males at about 30 years old do these days, so that will improve my muscle growth as well, increasing that. Do these work? I have no idea whatsoever. I've tried InnoSups and I'll do a review of that at some point. That seems to give some positivity for me, so we'll see how that goes. And fat loss, InnoSups I'm not a huge fan of with that, but we'll see. I haven't had a proper healthy lifestyle, healthy diet and exercise with that, so maybe it would work with that, maybe not, I don't know, but we'll see how we go. So what am I going to do on and off the bike to improve my performance? On the bike, I'm going to look at doing some VO2 max intervals between 2 to 5 minutes. Again, I will test how good that is when I get home. Well, I could do that here. And I'm going to look to improve my FTP. That with intervals, 8 to 12 minutes, not the really long intervals, just because we don't have the climbs around home, or we don't have the lack of traffic lights and roundabouts at home as well. I haven't put it in, but off the bike is going to be the main focus to my training. That is going to contain squats and deadlifts, hip thrusts for those glutes. We all know glutes really are the driving force of the pedal stroke, or if you don't, you should, and you should be working them. Also, a lot of single leg stuff. Cycling at the end of the day is single leg. You don't turn both pedals at the same time. So Bulgarian split squats, split deadlifts maybe. With this and my knee, I'm going to do a lot of the ATG program. So split squats, backwards walking. I might try and get my sled out a couple of times a week. And yeah, really, this is just going to be a case of trying to maximize performance, maximize strength, growth, and really just get back in. So there we have a rough rundown of how I'm going to do this body recomposition. I guess the next video will be me testing and seeing where I am at once I get home, and then the hard work begins. Losing fat and gaining muscle. Let's see how we can get on. If you think this will be a benefit to you, I can recommend some videos, especially Jeff Nippard, about how to do a body recomposition, what to eat, what to do training wise. He will be a great help to you, and he's the sort of inspiration for a lot of what I am aiming for with this. So thank you, and I'll see you next time.